Hello again. Today I want to talk about and use some makeup for mature people like me. It's not exclusively made for older, mature people, but for me, it's there, okay? This is Jones Road. This was made by the creator of Bobbi Brown. She had broken off on her own to make a makeup brand. I really like what she says. She says, I believe that when you wear foundation, you shouldn't be able to see it on your skin. I completely agree with that. A lot of her makeup is geared towards more mature skin, and I have a more mature audience, so I wanted to use this today. This is my second jar of her foundation. It's called What the Foundation. My shade is in Porcelain. I'm a big fan. I figured I would use some of the Jones Road beauty products today with you on camera. So if you are curious and you're not looking for a targeted ad and somebody that's completely non-biased, that's going to be me. So this is my foundation. I dipped my brush right in there. Can't say it's the most sanitary, but you can't use a beauty blender with this. The base, it doesn't work. You can use a dry sponge, but you can't use a wet sponge because the wet doesn't mix with the product. How I do it, again, with the pointer finger. Why do I always wear it on my right hand when I'm going to put makeup on? So when I use this product, I always tap it in. I tap it into the skin. I usually use a more dense brush than this. I don't know why I grabbed this brush. I know why, because all my dense brushes are dirty. I actually spent yesterday cleaning most of my brushes. I did not get to the foundation brushes, but I have a couple, so let's do this. Okay, this foundation technically is meant to be used with your hands. I don't love using my hands. I have a weird textural thing, if truth be told. I'm a freak, so I hate makeup on my hands. I'll do it, but I hate it, and I hate having my hands wet. I know, it's strange. Like, Sam, I bathe, okay? I wash my hands when I gotta do it. Something about it, though. I just hate doing it. I don't know why I hate doing it. I just hate doing it. So, I just tap this into the skin. Usually, let me show you the brush I usually use. I'll usually use this kind of brush that's so dense. Again, I don't have anything like that. That is clean right now. So I'm just using this kind of tapered brush that I got from, I don't know, Amazon or TikTok or something like that. The one thing I really like about What the Foundation, it allows your natural skin to peek through, and it's not overwhelming. It's not full coverage. For me, it's light to medium coverage, but it's one of those where you can build it up. Let me change to a smaller brush. That way I can get closer to my eyebrows. So you can build it up and get more coverage out of it, but I also don't like super full coverage foundations because I don't feel the need to cover my skin in a perfect kind of way. Don't get me wrong, if I'm going to a special event like a wedding or something and I want to do that, I'm going to do it. So I actually like this smaller brush better. Let's put the bigger brush to this side. And I just tap, blend it in. I have hives all over my face because I had an allergic reaction. Look at it right there. Horrible. So obviously you can see my skin is peeking through, right? It's not fully covering it. Let me check up close. Yeah, it looks so natural and it evens out your skin. This is one of my favorite foundations. Out of all my foundations, guys, I have dozens of foundations and concealers. This is one of my favorite, and it's not one of those you throw it on and go though. It takes a minute just to make it work well with your skin. And oh, I didn't show you the inside. If I did, I forgot. Like, I have used a lot. This is my second one. I first started using this product a little over 2 years ago, and I really like it. I really like it. Let me move on to the concealers because I have gotten 2 concealers. These I've had for a minute. These probably I should probably get rid of because I've had them for about a year now, but whatever. I have 2 shades of the concealer. It's shade 1 and shade 2. I don't love their concealer range, if truth be told, and I feel like the concealer is a little thicker than the foundation. So not thicker, like drier or something. So these are the 2 shades. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit, not a ton, and I'm gonna go back to that same brush and I'm gonna use it this way. But it's not foundation and concealer combination that younger people are gonna like, I think. It's more for people that are older. That's just my feeling. It's not a bad concealer, but I think the range is just kind of limited and it's not my favorite. Not to mention, I had to buy 2 shades to make it work, and these shades won't work all over my face. They work under my eyes, but not if I want to conceal like blemishes and stuff. It's not gonna work. I don't know of any places there are that you can test this makeup out in person. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe you can buy this in person. I think it's all online, but actually there's a place in the Hamptons that has Jones Road. I think they have a freestanding store. So, okay, so that's that. Next I'm gonna go on to blush. I got 3 different blush colors from them, actually 4, and they're really pretty, but they're balms. So let me just show them to you. This is one shade. It's kind of like a deep mauvey kind of shade. This is called Dusty Rose. The next shade is called Miami Beach. More peachy coral. And then when I had gotten it, it was like this deal where it was buy 4, you get the big one and then 3 little samples. So that's what I did, and I got the big one in Flush. So that's the color I'm going to use today. And I'm going to use that same concealer brush we were just using to apply this. Again, it's meant to be used with your fingers. One thing I'm going to say about the balm blushes that they have, they're not ultra pigmented. There's not a huge amount of pigmentation. It's not meant for that. It's meant to look pretty and soft. So if you're looking for that beat snatched face, this isn't the product for you. This is for I want to just be natural. I just want to look healthy. I don't want to look excessively made up. That's this kind of product, and I really like that. Look at my skin. It's dewy, it's glowy. I really like it. And as I said, it has become one of my favorite foundations, the What the Foundation. I'm a huge fan of it. So you see the blush? It's pretty. It adds this nice flush of color to it. And again, Simon's here to ruin my day. Simon! It's there to just make you look healthy. See, it's not super pigmented, but it's there just to give you that warmed up rosy look. What I want to do is swatch the other 2 blushes for you guys so you see what they look like. Trying very hard not to get my nail into it. So you see how it's so light? This is the corally shade. It's super light, and it builds up so you can see it on my skin, but it's easier to get in there. I need a spatula. And then this is the second shade right here. It's pretty. It's feature enhancing, right? And I really, really like it. I'm gonna move on to the highlighter. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a super huge mega fan of their highlighter because it's got glitter in it. It's called Happy Hour Miracle Balm. And I'm gonna use that same blush brush. I really like the shade. It's very pretty, but it's got like this glitter, this weird glitter in it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that here. And it gives you that glow. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. But I mean, my skin's already glowing. What you could do is set your makeup and then add this on top. I add a little bit underneath, then I'm gonna set my lower eyelids, and then I'm gonna go back. So let me set my under eye. I'm gonna use a super benign kind of powder, just a regular translucent powder. This is just a Clinique one. So I'm gonna set my under eyes with that, because I don't really want to affect my cheek very much, you know. One thing I do like about their concealer though, it does not crease on my lower lids. It does not crease under my eyes, which is a big problem for me now, because I get these fine lines. You can only Botox away so much, guys. I powder my nose, around my nose, and right here. This is where I get super shiny. I don't want shine there, okay? I don't want shine there. I'm going to add a little bit more powder to my chin and my lip. So it's the T-zone that I like to set. And then I'm just going to revisit the cheek highlight like that. Like a little here. It does enhance my texture a bit. I do have textured skin. But such is life, baby. Such is life. So look, it's so healthy. Like, I feel like I look healthy. I really love it. So I showed you the cheek, I showed you the foundation, I showed you the highlighter. I have a hair on my face that is looking to destroy me. The last thing I have is one, I only got one of their eyeshadows. This is in the shade Just a Sec. This is kind of similar to the highlighter, actually. So what I did is grabbed a little bit. Let me grab a little brush, and I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelid. I already put eyeshadow on my eyelid, but I purposefully didn't finish my eye look today, so I could do this and then put on mascara for you guys. So again, simple, nice highlight. The eyeshadow isn't changing any lives or anything like that, but it's pretty. I like it. I'm gonna tap it out a little bit, and it's, again, subtle. It's got this little shimmery, sparkly kind of look to it. So that's that. All right, let me go put mascara on. I'll be right back. All right, I finished off my face. So I put mascara, I put a little bit of eyeliner, well, it's kind of eyeshadow eyeliner on my lash line, because that's what I do to cover my messed up mascara application. And then I put on some lips. This is what it looks like. This is the full face mainly of Jones Road. I really like it. Let me bring you in a little bit closer to my face so you can see, and then you can, you know, decide on your own, right? So this is what my skin looks up close. I mean, I'm not super close. This is as close as I can get without being offensive. It doesn't cake in my pores. I really like that. I am not wearing any primer, and it's very dewy. So this is what my head looks like. This is my forehead. Yeah, and then it's very, very dewy. So if you don't like your foundation or your skin face products to be kind of tacky to the touch, you're gonna want to go ahead and set this foundation for sure. This feels like a little bit sticky because it's not self-setting, and it never really fully dries, but it feels like I have skincare on. I don't mind it as long as it's not in the T-zone. That's why I set the T-zone. I really like it. And I've been wearing this for years now. Years. What the foundation for years. I got the blush for the first time in December, I think it was. I've been using it since then. Miracle Bombs, they call them. And I like it. I think it's a good product. I think she's got a bunch of good products. The eyeshadow I could really do without. I got some glistening. The eyeshadow really isn't changing any lives, to be honest. For you ladies that have mature skin and are looking for products that don't enhance your oldness or your matureness, this is something that I really like. So definitely with the foundation, great product, fully support it. And I think if you have the opportunity to try it and you want to move forward with it and get it, I definitely recommend it. You just have to apply it correctly with your fingers or with a brush, or else you're not gonna like what you see. That's the fact. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Just a quick little what I think of Jones Road. I'm gonna keep buying the stuff. I've been buying it and I'm going to keep buying it. So I hope you guys have a good day. That's it. Goodbye.